Imagine having a brand new construction home in Ocala with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, priced under $275,000. Well, today I got this beautiful home tour for you, and at the end, we'll talk about the numbers and the breakdown, so stay tuned and let's get started on this home tour. If you're looking for homes like this to get emailed to you right away, you're not ready for that phone call, in the description we got the VIP list, also my website, www.joedenny.com. First link or the second link, one of those links is going to be the VIP list where you just put your criteria. And I got a bunch of clients who already do that, and they just tell me what they're looking for, get straight to work, no fluff. They start seeing the properties, and then we lock in whenever they're ready. So in the description, you'll see the VIP list or visit my website. Also, I wanted to talk about this upcoming webinar that we're having on the home buying process. So if you're nervous about this process, or you're a new buyer, or you have a home and you haven't bought in a while, and you kind of want to know what things have changed, in the description, we got that free webinar as well, or visit www.joedenny.com and you can sign up. It's I think 1 or 2 Thursdays from now, but the date and time and everything, it's going to be via Zoom. In the description, you'll find that. But let's get started on this new home tour in Ocala. This one just hit the market and we're checking it out. We have 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. We're actually in the Silver Spring Shores side of Ocala today. What do you guys think about how the way that it kind of inclines up? So like if it rains, this rain will just come down here and it'll probably go in there. I really like it. Versus the homes that, you know, go down. A lot of clients don't like that, but I like how this one is kind of set up there. By the way, my name is Joe Denny. I'm a Florida realtor and mortgage broker. Been doing this for like 6-7 years now, help hundreds of families. If this is your first time on the channel, consider subscribing. I think we're sitting at 1,500. We're on our way to 2,000 subs. So let's get it, you know, rocking. Subscribe to that channel. All right, so we talked about it, Silver Spring Shores. We're about 15 minutes to Ocala International Airport, 10 to 20 minutes from Market Street at Heathbrook. So that's where you're gonna have, right there down the street, you're gonna have the movie theaters, you're gonna have the Crumble, restaurants, the gym, you're gonna have entertainment, dining, all sorts of things within 15 to 20 minutes of where we're at right now. Now you go a little bit further, about 20 minutes to 30, you'll have another movie theater, and then you'll have the Target. Right down the street from here, like 5 minutes away, you have the Walmart, Publix. There's a Winn-Dixie as well, not too far from here. This is an awesome backyard. So you have all this space back here for activities. We're about 25 minutes to the World Equestrian Center, 15 minutes to Silver Spring State Park. And on Saturday mornings, you can actually enjoy the farmers market in downtown Ocala. So I would say that the area offers, you know, fantastic value, strong sense of community, easy access to shopping, dining, recreation, entertainment. You got so much in the area. That's your backyard. All right, property highlights. So this home, 3 beds, 2 bath, sitting on 1,446 square feet. It's an open concept floor plan with tray ceilings. You're gonna see once we get inside the home. Let's go to the front. You're gonna have stainless steel appliances from Samsung inside the property. Oh, we got kind of like a hill going on over here. It's quite a workout. All right. All right, let's step inside your new home. So you can already tell you got the backsplash, you got the countertops, those oversized cabinets, the crown molding on top. This one does have carpet in the rooms. So surprisingly, there are clients that tell me, hey, I love carpet in the rooms, just not in the main areas. And then there's some clients that don't like carpet. I have homes as well with no carpet at all throughout the property. This one just has some carpet in the rooms. You're gonna have this luxury vinyl, and you're gonna have tile flooring as well. So like in the bathrooms over there, you're gonna see the tile flooring, whereas in the other areas, you'll see that the luxury vinyl. See, that's the tile flooring right over there. You got that 2-car garage. Let's go show you your 2-car garage right over here. All right, it's your 2-car garage here. By the way, we're in a no flood zone. So flood zone X for this one. It's gonna be on well water and a septic system, so it's lower monthly utilities. And the laundry room, look at that. You got a washer and dryer. Samsung washer and dryer. Not a lot of builders in this price point are offering the appliances like that. It's pretty awesome. So when it comes to well water, that gives you clean water without a bill, and you can control the treatment of it. So you should get like a filter for it, but you can control the treatment on that. And the septic tank means more affordable or no sewer bills, just regular maintenance every so often. I'm digging the double doors for the closet right there. That's pretty fire. We're in 34480, which has actually seen a 6 to 9% annual appreciation in terms of like overall growth in like the real estate in this area. Some of the top areas nearby that you guys have probably heard about already are gonna be Marion Oaks. We're in Silver Spring Shores. There's Rainbow Park, Rolling Hills, and then you kind of got that northeast Ocala area, which is kind of still part of Silver Springs as well. This is your bathroom. You can kind of see we got some awesome finishes there. Get that cool little window up there too. I'll show you guys the pantry where all the snacks go. Very nice. I'm digging it. I'm digging the Samsung appliances, and you got the washer and dryer over there. Everything brand new. I like the colors. I like this gray. Very nice, soft gray. Not sure the correct name of it. Some builders don't even put like the hardware on the cabinets. This one they do. I don't know if it's soft close. Let's check it out. Yeah, you got that soft close. And then you got this massive island right over here. So let's kind of see this island. You can kind of put some seats over here for the family. You could probably fit like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5, depending on the size, right over there. All right, what we've been waiting for, let's hit up your primary. And then we'll talk about the numbers on what it costs to get into something like this. All right, so these are primary goals. You got the tray ceiling. I actually like the carpet in the rooms, It's basically take off your shoes. So what I'm gonna do right now is take off my shoes, brand new carpet. So right when you get home from work and you park the car in your nice 2-car garage, you come straight in here, and then you go straight into your bathroom. You'll be in your bedroom here. Look at this closet. This is a nice size closet. To be under $300,000 and have this nice walk-in closet like this, it's awesome. I would obviously rip all that out and put some custom cabinets in here. Had a client who did that and they transformed the space. You have much more space when you put like make it like a custom closet. You got the shower over there. Would've been cool to have a tub. Dual sink vanity. I kind of like how small it is because you don't want to have one that's too big because then you have like a whole bunch of stuff to clean up. This is very small, efficient, and you got all this storage down there. Look at all these storage options. I think that's pretty cool. You got your light fixtures right there. what I'll do now is let's go over what the numbers are potentially on this property. All right, so now we're gonna dive into the numbers of what it possibly costs to get into a property like this. So I do this segment towards the end of the video, so you can kind of get an idea of what the numbers are when you're buying a property. So because I'm also a mortgage broker as well, with one credit pool, I can actually shop 50 different lenders to find you the best deal. So the best deal today could be one lender, and the best deal tomorrow could be like a different lender. Like for example, we just locked one in under contract where I was able to get some seller concessions, and we were able to get a down payment assistance program. So combined, this home is close to 300K. We were able to lock it in where at closing, the client is only gonna come out of pocket $1,000 to $2,000. That's it. Could you imagine owning your home, right? Buying your first home, where the out of pocket could be anywhere between 1 to 2, under 3K. Man, to find a rental right now, you'd have to put like first, last security. So don't throw your money away. Reach out to me first to kind of see before you renew that lease, to kind of see if there's a scenario for you that would work. Now let's talk about some of these numbers. I got the iPad here somewhere on the screen where you can kind of see it. The purchase price on this property is $274,900. So we're under $275 by $100. But we're under 300K, so it's a good price home. It's a 3-2. We got the carpet in the room. So if you don't want the carpet in the rooms and you want like a 4-bedroom, you have to start raising the price. You can actually at $285 start seeing homes where you can have like no carpet and a 4th room as well. Slightly bigger square footage than this for $285. In fact, that same $285 builder that I'm thinking about also negotiates potentially a fence into the purchase. You'd have to raise the purchase price a little bit and they'll build a fence for you, or give you some closing costs as well, or do both. But then you'd have to inflate the price a little bit to get both those scenarios. And if we're doing a contract with them right now, they are super motivated. So when you think about closing costs, you can range anywhere between like 3 to 5%. So in these examples here, I'm gonna put 4%, but if you reach out to me directly, I can actually give you your own simulation of what this will cost. So assuming the 4% would be like at $11,000. Now, here's where a lot of people get that sticker shock later on after they buy a house, where they say things like, oh, my taxes went up. It's because the taxes haven't been reassessed yet. Currently, the taxes are $601 for the year on just the land value of this home. Now that the home's here, once it gets sold and it gets recorded into public records and it gets reassessed, the value, boom, the taxes go up. This is just an estimate, $2,859 a year. You'd have to like figure out what your taxes would be based on a number of things, whether you're gonna live in it as a primary residence, it's gonna be homesteaded, some sort of VA benefit where there's, they waive the taxes. There's so many scenarios. It's like a spectrum of like how the property taxes would work. But the best resource is just reach out to the tax collector. Google Marion County tax collector, and they have a tool on their website where you can actually just put in the purchase price, what side you're trying to buy the property in, where it's Marion Oaks, Silver Spring Shores, which area you're trying to buy it in, and they'll give you a number right there of what it could be, and you can also call them as well. So these are just estimates. So assuming a 6.75% rate, this is what we use for this calculation. Every day the rates are gonna change, so this is just on a 6.75% rate. So let's go with an FHA option. So assuming you went FHA, which is a very popular loan, 3.5% down, first-time home buyer type of loan, the down payment is going to be right around $96.22, putting the loan amount at $265, $278. So it's very simple. They'll take the $274,900 minus 3.5%. You have $265, $278. Those closing costs, assuming that we're 4%, will be $11,000. This number, don't even look at it, because that's before the tax assessment. After the tax assessment, you'd be floating around $23.20 a month. So this can cost you potentially $23.20 a month with like minimum down. Now, those $11,000 that you have to pay, which are called closing costs, can be offset a little bit by something called a seller concession. And on different loan products, you can ask for a different amount of seller concessions, and they do it based off a percentage. So on FHA, you can ask for 6%. So you can ask for basically $16,000. I'm not saying they're gonna give it to you, but you can ask for $16,000 to offset that $11,000. And what happens is, if it exceeds your total closing costs, you can't use that money. You can't like receive that money at closing, but you can use it to buy the rate down. So if you wanna get some closing costs and get a better interest rate, and they approve that 6%, we can get very creative and get you a lower monthly payment as well. So that's gonna be the FHA option. Conventional, Assuming you want to put 5% down conventional, that down payment is going to be right around 13. Oh, sorry. It's going to be 13,745, which puts the loan amount at 261. And then the closing costs are going to be right around $11,000, putting your PITI right around $23.90. By the way, PITI stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. That's PITI. The max concession is a little bit lower. You can't ask for more than $8,200 on a conventional loan. So you're still going to be a little short when it comes to your closing costs if they do approve that. Assuming we went 20% down, for you investors out there, I got a ton of buyers right now that are investors that want to lock up these houses at these low prices because they're watching the appreciation of this area. So assuming you're putting 20% down, down payment's going to be $54,980. $219 is going to be the loan. Closing costs are going to be there. But when you're buying it as an investment or a second home, something that gets added to the closing costs are going to be points. And when we talk, I'll give you a breakdown of what that looks like and how we can negotiate some of that as well. The PITI after the tax reassessment is around $1,960. So with today's rate, it could be as low as $1,960 for a property like this. And then, not sure why it says 6%, but we're not able to ask for 6%. It's going to be lower than that. I think it's like 3%. So they made a mistake there. VA loan, 0% down. Thank you to our veterans. And 100% financing, which is 0% down, $0. So closing costs are still $11,000. I'll fight hard for you to kind of get you that deal where the seller's going to help you pay for the closing costs. You'd be sitting at $24.30 a month. Max concession here is right around 4%, so right under $11,000. When it comes to rental income, it's always best to consult with a property manager to get you actual estimates of like what is the going rate in the area, because you have a mix of resale homes and new construction homes, but rental estimate could be anywhere between $1,950 to $2,200 a month. So what's going to happen is with something like that, if you were going with like a conventional option and it sits at like $2,000 a month, I would say that, yeah, you possibly could cash flow a little bit. But some people are buying these houses and cash flowing a little bit and possibly not even cash flowing because they want to lock the prices in now and move in 5 to 10 years. They're telling me that just a year ago, these homes were like 50K less, 100K less. So they're like watching it grow and they're afraid they're going to be priced out when they retire. So they're locking in these properties now, putting tenants in here with 20% down loans, and they just want to be able to move later on. So that's pretty much the numbers on how that works. For your own customized simulator scenario, just reach out to me. My direct number is 407-759-5677. My website's also somewhere on the screen, www.joedenny.com, where on there you can kind of see my pre-approval link, home search site, reviews, past sales, the upcoming first-time home buyer webinar that we're doing on Zoom, I think this Thursday or next Thursday, and also that VIP list. So however you want to interact with me, whether it's talking to me or not, we can go completely through email as well. I actually have clients right now that I only talk on the phone, only text, only email. Some of them on social media. I did a closing off of Instagram where it was like, we were just communicating through social media, and I kept trying to push it to like a regular text message, but they were just comfortable on their social media. So there's different ways to interact with me if you need help, and I can kind of meet you in the middle with all those different scenarios. But that pretty much wraps up this video. I'm gonna go out there and put the drone in the air so you guys can kind of get an idea of what the aerial looks like in the area that we're at. And if you need help buying a home, just reach out to me and consider subscribing to this channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.